Lutz is a top suburb of Tampa, Florida, and in this video, I'm gonna jump on the map and I'm gonna explain everything there is to know about living there. So if this is information you're interested in, stick with me because here we go. Welcome if you are new here and new to me, because I make videos all about living in the Tampa Bay area, including the suburbs, just like this video about Lutz. So if you like what you see, consider subscribing and ringing that little bell so you're notified every time we make new content. And if you're thinking about moving to Tampa or the surrounding areas like Lutz, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, however you'd like to get a hold of us. The number's on the screen, and we would love to help you with your transition to Tampa. All right, we are not wasting any time today. We are jumping right into this video about Lutz. I'm gonna jump on the map here and I'm gonna show you everything there is to know, from the best schools, the best neighborhoods, shopping, interstates, how to get around on the roadways, things to do, entertainment, food, you name it. We're gonna kind of cover everything. And I'm giving you a bird's eye view on the map here. Obviously I'll put some clips in here, but I'm gonna show you around. And this really gives you a different version than the vlog that I just posted. By the way, if you do like a more boots on the ground, kind of walking tour of the neighborhoods and things like that, check out the vlog I just posted on Lutz that is on my channel. So after this video, go check that one out. By the time you watch both of them, you will know everything about Lutz. So jumping into this, I always like to start with a zoomed out version so you can see where the city is in proximity to Tampa. So you can see Tampa here. Lutz is up here in the red outline. As I zoom in, something to take note of, Lutz actually covers all of this area right here. So it's not just the red line. You can see that because I have all these dots already pre-marked. These are neighborhoods and things to do, so I can show you those. All right, jumping into this, some of the best neighborhoods and what I covered in the vlog. By no means is this all the neighborhoods, just some of the neighborhoods that stand out, as well as a little bit of a variety. Cheval is the first one that I want to talk about. This is an absolute amazing community. It was built in the 90s. I lived there for a few years, and honestly, growing up, I thought that you had to be a doctor, lawyer, general in the army, something like that, to live there. It's not the case. It is a very, very nice neighborhood. It's a prestigious neighborhood. They have 2 golf courses. They have the Cheval private golf course, and then they also have, on this side, they have the TPC golf course, which they actually have national PGA tournaments there. The Cheval golf course is absolutely awesome as well. One thing I like to say is, you don't have to be a golfer to live in the community. My daughter, and living there, it's a golf cart community, so you can get around with the golf carts. But in the morning, we would go to breakfast over at TPC, and then at nighttime, some of the best chicken wings, by the way, is over at the Cheval clubhouse. They have full liquor bars. You can go there for wine nights. You can go there for dinner, get yourself a grouper sandwich or a steak dinner or pasta. It's kind of nice having 2 restaurants / clubhouses / golf courses in your neighborhood, okay? When you can just bike on over to get chocolate chip pancakes and bourbon, bacon in the morning. Yes, it's that nice of a menu as well. Anyway, coming in here, one thing I love to say about Cheval, or 2 things I like to say about Cheval, is that it is probably the safest neighborhood in all of Tampa and all of the suburbs. And this is my personal opinion. And the reason I say that is because it's guard gated 24 hours. There's 3 entrances. There's one right over here off of Del Mabry, one up here by Lutz Lake Fern, and then one off of Van Dyke. But it is so massive. There's over 1,400 homes in here. And by the time you get in here, it's 5 to 6 minutes to drive. Past guard gated, I mean, you're not getting in there unless you live there or have a purpose. And even then, you're going to check in with the gate. So I just love to tell you that it is probably one of the safest ones. I used to get in trouble because I'd leave my garage door up at night, and the guard would call and my wife would say, "You left it open again." It's just, you forget about it, because you do feel safe in there. The other thing I like to say about Cheval, it's special as a community because 95% of all of the lots in Cheval have no rear neighbors. You either have a conservation view, you have a water view, or a golf course view. There's a lot of preserve in there, a lot of wooded preserves. There's deers, rabbit, eagles. I mean, we would see deer every morning and rabbit every time we go out for a walk. So it's really, really neat. Very nice community. And you absolutely, if you're looking to Lutz, I think Cheval has to be on your map, especially if it's in your price range. On the west side, you're going to look at about 400,000 plus or minus to get in. Same thing with the east side, probably a little bit more in the 500,000. And then both sides actually go upwards of about 1.5, even closer to 2 million. But there's a lot of great options for families and things like that if that's in your budget. Now, a little bit more budget friendly, right across the street. Let me zoom out here. This button I put there, that's Villa Rosa. Villa Rosa is not guard gated, but the entry is absolutely beautiful. They always have it with these blooming flowers when you go in there. They have over 900 homes. It is de-restricted, but they have 40 lakes, 3 parks, sidewalks in the entire community. So you see people walking and biking. There's about 10 little subdivisions within that community out of those 900 homes, and 2 of those areas are gated. So if you want the gated option, they have those small tucked in communities or subdivisions. But regardless, it's a very safe and nice neighborhood, a little bit more affordable than something like Cheval. The reason I'm mentioning this is because these dots right here, this is Steinbrenner High School, Martinez Middle School, and McKettrick Elementary School. These 3 are all on the same property, okay? That's something special because these 3 are all A-rated schools. Now, granted, I know there's other great schools in Lutz, and by all means, do your homework on them. You know, go to greatschools.org, go to niche.com just to get a feel for it. But people move to Lutz for these 3 schools. These are some of the best schools here by what people tell me. The other thing is right over here, Discovery Point. This is what's it called, a preschool. So if you live in the area, they're not ready for elementary yet, ready for preschool. Great school. My daughter actually went there for 2 years when we lived in Cheval. And again, this is all right here within pretty much walking distance of Cheval or Villa Rosa. So it's really nice to have that next to you. Living here in Cheval or anywhere in Lutz, and I'm going to get to it, but this is the Veterans Expressway. This will get you north and south through Tampa, as well as this white line right here. This is Dale Mabry Highway, and that'll get you north and south. And you're right in the middle of it all to be able to go north and south in Tampa, in the city, or to come back home. So that's really, really nice. 2 other communities. Let's say you want more of a new construction, because those are 90s, early 2000 builds. Let's say you want some new construction. Right here, WCI at Promenade at the Lake Park. This is a WCI builder. Beautiful community. They really went with a nice touch with some of the Mediterranean tile barrel roofs. Beautiful entrance. It is gated, but really nice entrance. It's kind of a small, quaint, just simple community. You could see it's just kind of like a big circle, a couple roads in there. But one of the things that I like to say that stand out about it is that, yes, it's a nice community. Yes, there's a very small HOA, but there is no CDD. So yeah, you don't have those big pools and all that, but you save money on the CDD fee. So if you're not a CDD person, but you really want to live in a nice community, the Promenade is awesome, and you do get those same school zones, and it is right off of Dale Mabry. Look at this, right next to a Home Goods, Bank of America, Walgreens, Publix, Kohl's, the hospital. I mean, you have everything right here, but let me show you something. If you live in Cheval, you live in the Promenade or some of the other areas we're talking about, this is Dale Mabry. But you see this yellow finger right here? This is an exit, a special exit that goes to Dale Mabry from the Veterans Expressway. You can see they don't have any others that come out like that. If you live in these areas and you want to get to the beaches, you want to get over to, our beaches are over here, so you have to cross the bridges, or you want to get to the airport, you can jump right on the Veterans Expressway right here, this special exit, and get on. And it's just a really nice cut through. Okay. Now, if you want more of a rural feel, let's say you're like, hey, I want to stretch out a little bit. I want some acreage. I want to feel like, I don't want to feel like all my neighbors are on top of me. I'm more of a homebody. I want lake living. Right over here is Little Road and Saddleback Road, Burger Road, Saddleback Lake, and Lake Crenshaw. These 2 little areas, this is called Crenshaw Lakes, this area. Again, right off of Dale Mabry, but these 2 are massive ski lakes. You could take a boat out, kayak, canoe, whatever that may be. And, this is some of the prettiest areas that's all of Tampa, I think. I mean, it's tucked away. They got some lots in here that are like an acre. Look at that spread on the water. And, there's a couple that are tucked off of the water. I personally almost bought a house right over here off of Burger Road just because I loved it so much. And again, I got the school zones. I'm right here, Dale Mabry. I mean, I'm right here 10, 15, 20 minutes, and I'm into the city if I want to be. But I have this little kind of country rural feel with some really nice homes and nice neighbors. So if you want that rural feel in Lutz, Crenshaw Lakes area, it's small, but it is a nice area. And it's actually almost on the borderline of being in the city of Tampa, which is kind of funny. It's almost not a Lutz address. So it's the southern portion of Lutz. All right, so moving along, I absolutely want to touch on things to do. And since we are right here with Crenshaw Lakes, and I've showed you around a couple of neighborhoods, I want to talk about the things to do. So right next door, Lake Park, it's something I can't ignore. This was a county park that when I was little, my dad used to take me to because yes, I was born and raised here. And it's a very unique park that you would not expect some of those things being so close to the city. They have horseback riding. They have horse trails. They even have round pins. If you bring your horses and you want to work them, you can do that there. They have a BMX track. Super cool if you're a kid. Now I'd probably break my arm, but as a kid, I'm sure I could handle jumping those hills and all that. And I actually did, even though it's a little bit more built out now. I'm talking over 25 years ago. So BMX track, horseback riding, hiking trails. They have a remote control track where you can race remote control cars. So if you're a kid and you have one of those, controllers and you race those cars, they actually have a track for that. So that's pretty exciting and unique. The other thing they have there is these massive open fields on weekends. You have tons of families at the parks and in the open fields having picnics, playing frisbee, football, throwing the ball around, the baseball, flying kites. It's just a really nice park with a few unique features, but definitely a really nice county park to get into if you live in the area. The other thing that, just kind of goes over, it's being a little bit overlooked nowadays is you're right here. I mean, let's look at this. From here to in the city, that's only about 20 minutes. 20 minutes in a nice suburb just outside the city doesn't get much better, so that when you do want to come in the city, you're right around the corner. Let's talk about pro sports for a minute. There's no hiding it. We've got Tom Brady. We've got the Super Bowl champions and the Bucks. They play right here. This is their stadium right off of Dale Mabry. We've mentioned that already. So if you want to go to a Bucks game, that's 20 minutes from the Bucks stadium. You want to come downtown, two-time back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, the Tampa Bay Lightning. You can go and watch them. You're probably 30 minutes from downtown. You could jump on our bridges, and like I said, this will take you over to the beaches. Tampa Bay Rays, our baseball team, they play right over here, right across the bridge, so about another 45 minute drive for you. And if you continue on, as I just mentioned, you can get to St. Pete Beach, which this year TripAdvisor named as the #1 beach in the entire country. It is beautiful. It's 45 minutes away. You can also visit Clearwater, which arguably would be a top 5 beach. In fact, we had 5 in the top 25 beaches in the country between Clearwater and St. Pete. So this strip of beaches is absolutely amazing, and there's 3 bridges to get you across. Okay, you can also go to Tarpon Springs, which is an awesome little Greek community. You can walk along the sponge docks. It's really cool with kids, and there's great food and shopping in there, as well as Weeki Wachee, which is just north of it. And you can float down, like inner tube float or kayak down the freshwater springs, crystal clear springs, just from the natural spring water. So that's really neat. If you're a golfer, okay, which not everybody is, but let's just say you're into golf. Let's check this out. Type in some golf courses. Look at that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 golf courses. And I mean, I'm only within about a 5-mile radius here of Lutz. Most of those are actually in Lutz. So let's call it 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You've got 8 different golf courses to choose from. As far as shopping goes, let me just take this off the screen real quick. As far as shopping goes, I've already pre-marked some of these. You can run over here to Wesley Chapel, the shops at Wiregrass. Go to my channel, watch the vlog I did on Wesley Chapel. I cover the shops at Wiregrass as well as the Tampa Premium Outlets, which is actually right here. And then up further north is the Grove. Those 3 areas are probably some of the best shopping in all of Tampa, all of the suburbs. And again, you're about 20-25 minutes away from that. If you want to just stay a little bit closer in, go to Citrus Park Mall, This is the Westfield shopping mall. It's your standard, mall with a nice food court. And if you want a little same type of mall, but a little more upper scale, you can go over here to near the stadium to the airport, to the International Mall, and that's gonna have your Gucci, Louis Vuitton, running shoes, your typical stuff, but they also have that higher end shopping, which is nice. So all in all, things to do. Again, we've got golf courses, we've got best beaches in the country, your theme parks, that I didn't even touch on. Busch Gardens right over here if you like roller coasters. You've got everything the city has to offer, including top pro sports. Restaurants galore all up and down Del Mabry, even in here, as well as 2 restaurants that I mentioned to you if you live in Cheval, which is super awesome. If all of this seems like something that you're interested in, something that you would like to live in, if Lutz sounds like your cup of tea, give us a call. We can absolutely help you because I've lived there and we are licensed realtors in Tampa, Florida. This is what we do, and we would love to help you out. See that number on the screen? Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. However you get a hold of us, we'd love to help you with your transition to the Tampa Bay area.